I would want to demonstrate to you how I use one of the very scarce resources very carefully for us to be able to grow the crops that are growing on our farm. And this scarce resource is water. My name is Benson Njoroge, and I'm a leaf farmer in Africa, based in Kenya. Greenlands agro producers, and I grow runner beans, French beans, sugar snaps, and snow peas. They are all exported into the UK market. And we also do a bit of cabbages and local vegetables for the people around. Water is life, and the leaf way to use water is to have a systematic approach to the utilization of water. The first step is to assess what volume of water is available to me as a farmer and how I'm going to use it effectively for crop production. There are various sources of water available to the farmer, and like we have here, there is river water, there is rainwater, and there is borehole water from the underground. And there could also be water stored in the dams from runoff. Whatever the source of this water, the farmer has to be able to assess how much it is and how effectively to use it. When you have the information on these resources, then you can make a plan. When planning to use water, one consideration is the method you're going to use. The choice depends on the volume of water that is available to the farmer. For farmers who do not have large volumes of water available to them, they'd have to make sure that they have used the water very wisely, even to the last drop. Every drop of water counts. As a leaf farmer, I had to make a decision on the best method available to me based on the water volume available. I came up with drip because it is the most efficient in terms of water volume needed. However, drip irrigation is not the cheapest. Whatever method of irrigation you use, you have to use the water wisely. With furrow irrigation, it requires a lot of water, and there are other disadvantages in that it can easily cause soil erosion. It can cause excessive water application, causing waterlogging, and it can also cause a lot of leaching, that is the loss of soil nutrients into roots, into zones that the roots will not be able to extract. Just because you have assessed the water resource, that is not the end of the story. The story continues, and at this point, the most important thing is monitoring the water application. And we have to monitor how much water is going into the crop, at what rate, and for how long it will be put into the crop. For the crop to be able to make use of the water from the soil, it has to have a certain amount. And the only way to assess it is the water available at the root zone. At the moment, what we do is we scoop a bit of soil that is from the root zone, squeeze it between your hands, make a ball, and then from your waist, drop it to the ground. If it holds, that soil has an adequate amount of water for use by the crop. If it breaks or it shatters, it means that that water is not adequate for utilization by the crop. That is one method. Another method is assessing the crop itself. The plant itself will tell you whether it needs more water or whether you need to stop irrigating. It's the crop that will actually tell you because it is the one using this water. For me, as a leaf farmer that I am, the monitoring is continuous. It is not an event, it is a process. Pumping water is expensive, and therefore we have to cut down on the costs by making sure we use water only when it is needed. Over application of water is not only expensive in terms of electricity usage or power driving the pumps, it also wastes nutrients because the water gets down deeper beyond the crop root zone. And again, the amount of water in the soil also dictates how much air is available to the root. In the root zone, we do not only need the water, we also need air because the roots are living and they need to respire. The more water we have in the soil, the less air available to the roots. And the results of using the resources wisely is 1. The resources are sustainably maintained, even for not only for this crop, but even for other crops that will come after this. 2, the crop yields. As we can see, a good crop, that is, the crop is happy, it gives us good yields. 3, as for all the farmers, the aim is to make money. So good utilization of or wise utilization of resources gives good profits to the farmer. As I mentioned earlier, every drop of water counts. Every step in integrated farm management counts. That is what being a leaf farmer is all about. Let us all be leaf compliant.